Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to our show. Another episode of Baythak with Ikhlas Haq. Today I have Zaynab with me again, as people were requesting that where Zaynab disappeared all of a sudden. So I brought her here to especially to talk about more positive things we can share with her and with our viewers. Today we're going to talk about some deeper things in the COVID. For the COVID, what's happening in the world, what's happening in Canada. We're going to talk about some vaccine, how it's happening, what is the vaccine thing going on, situation in Canada, plus something about India and Pakistan and some of the world, how people are coping of what's going on and how can we help each other to get through this pandemic.
Right, and I think we want to start by giving our sincere condolences and well wishes to those who have been affected by COVID and to those families that are suffering and to those who have lost their lives, which is
especially all over the world.
Our well wishes and our condolences first and foremost for those who are suffering.
जी हाँ, हम बात करेंगे आज इस चीज़ पे जो कि बहुत ही एक ऐसा इशू चल रहा है कि पूरी दुनिया में this pandemic is going on and God knows how far we have to go. जैसे कि कनाडा में उन्होंने बताया था कि अगर हम restriction के साथ चलेंगे then we are talking about 10,000 per day cases. If we go without restrictions, it can go up to 18,000 per day.
And we're talking about Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada here. So this is I feel really sorry about our neighboring country, not our neighboring country of Canada, but of course India and Pakistan. We always look back to our countries, where we from originally from Pakistan, and then of course our neighboring country India is suffering a lot, where they're having 349,000 cases each day. Like last 7 days, the average is 10,000 people every day. So imagine what kind of chaos is going on over there. I really feel sorry about them, and I hope and pray that we all get through this tough time. So Zaynab, what do you say about in Pakistan? Is still it's of course a very low numbers. We have about 5,000 cases.
Well, I was going to ask you the other day watching the news and everything that's coming up about specifically India. I saw the news and they were showing inside hospitals and what's going on, and there was two people on a bed.
Two people in a bed.
No space.
People are crying and screaming in the hospitals. They have no oxygen. And they're out of oxygen. They're out of Shamshan Ghat, what do you call it? Shamshan Ghat, I guess, where they burn the people. उसकी जगह नहीं है. Hospital वालों ने बोर्ड लगा दिए कि हमारे पास जगह नहीं है. I mean, people are sitting on the streets, and it's a really bad situation. So it can happen to any country. I mean, it's not हमें for granted नहीं लेना चाहिए कि हम लोग जो है यहाँ पे बिल्कुल safe हैं. Look at one point what happened in Italy. They don't have places to before last year. That कि उनके पास दफनाने की जगह नहीं थी, और they were putting all in one big graves kind of thing, and hospitals में जगह नहीं थी. अमेरिका में क्या हुआ, out of beds. यहाँ पर भी, and God forbid, and I
guess that's why we're in the third lockdown.
I know,
because there's the hospital, there's not enough room.
There's not enough room, I know, and still हम ये देखते हैं कि at this point पाकिस्तान क्या learn कर रहा है, जो इंडिया की इस वक्त situation है उससे पाकिस्तान क्या learn कर रहा है, and to get oxygen, I mean, what are the things they're doing it? I'm sure they're doing their best to get the oxygen, and सारे इंतजामात कर रहे होंगे वो लोग.
Right, and again what we see on the news is kind of what we should. That's another thing that we should be grateful for.
Everyday news making everybody depressed.
It is. However, we need to stay informed, but I think to a certain extent, and consider ourselves a little bit lucky that we have free healthcare. That we have.
We will take some tips from you also, as I know you've been going through all your some problems and anxiety and all that.
Right,
although you're still very young,
Thank
but I don't know how come you went through all these things, and
yeah, so I've
and
suffered.
you're giving therapy to the people also,
Right.
people in need, and you do it, which is really good. You're giving back to the community, which
I
is
think
really
that's something
good.
we all need to do as well, is stand together.
Yes,
More
of course, stand
now than
together during
ever.
this hard time,
And mental health awareness, like you were saying right now, with me, I suffered through depression and anxiety, and it's not an easy thing to deal with. However, you know, I was lucky enough to get the help that I wanted and needed so badly, and now being a recovery coach myself, dealing with people with substance abuse problems and anxiety and depression, you know, sometimes all we need is a helping hand, and to know that, you know, people have our back.
Even if you have friend who needed help something, you can just do a little thing, call them, and just talk about something, whatever, to make them cheer, to make them happy.
A friendly smile, even, like, it sounds so cliche, I understand that.
Yeah.
But, you know, just little things can go such a long way. And there are so many places here in Ontario, like so many shelters. Value Village we donated to just the other day from our own home.
Yes.
And it means a lot to a lot of people, because, you know, we're sitting in the comfort of our home, and we have
we
a
are
huge
so
family.
lucky. Yes,
We're
exactly.
very lucky. And I think people take a lot of things for granted, and that's when frustration and depression and anxiety kicks in. Not to say that, you know, I'm not undermining people who feel that way. It is very serious, and it affects millions of people. So just to know that we have all these facilities that, let's say Pakistan, India, they don't have that.
Those facilities.
So
yes.
to do little things to keep yourself motivated, self-care, exercise, family time. I know we do that a lot.
Yes.
You know, every night we have dinner together at the same time, we talk, and that's what keeps us going. We have a certain routine, and now helping people myself, that helps me, you know, fight that tough battle of mental health.
Yeah.
Which is important, and I'm very lucky to have people like you around to talk to, because in our culture too,
yes,
it's not something that is talked about enough.
Oh, I know we are all going through this time, this tough time, and of course there is a light at the end of the tunnel always, and we have to be positive that we will go through together with this tough time. उसके अलावा हम बात करेंगे थोड़ा सा वैक्सीन सिचुएशन पे भी कि हमारे कनाडा में वैक्सीन की क्या सिचुएशन चल रही है, how people are thinking, are they 100% going for vaccine, are they 100% going to a certain vaccine, उसकी भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं कि
I had some questions for you actually.
Okay.
So you got the vaccine?
Yes, I got chipped with Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yes.
And that was by choice, or?
Actually, by choice means, I had two options and I chose Pfizer. Because of my age, I had that privilege to get the Pfizer or AstraZeneca.
Right.
But if you're younger, then you do not have much option at this point but to get AstraZeneca, which people are still hesitant about getting that AstraZeneca. उसकी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि कुछ ना कुछ बातें हुई हैं उसके लिए, उसके साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स, उसके जो आफ्टर इफ़ेक्ट्स हुए हैं, कुछ यूरोप में भी हुए हैं और 2-3 कनाडा में भी हुए हैं.
Like what? The side effects of getting AstraZeneca?
Yes, AstraZeneca. So, but I guess it's once in a million or 2 in a million or something like this. The percentage is very, very little, of course.
And that's what's making people.
Lekin is still, people have a faith, you know, that something is not right with AstraZeneca. Although our Prime Minister and his wife the other day, they got AstraZeneca shots, both of them.
I think maybe they did that.
And I'm sure there are many people, I know personally, there are many people, they got shots of AstraZeneca. Nothing happened, but of course, एक चीज़ जब mind में आ जाती है लोगों के.
I think Pfizer was the first one that came out, so and it's more expensive.
And I am told that there's a big price difference in the vaccines also, like,
which makes people want to get Pfizer.
Of course, you know, Pfizer is like $39 or something close to that, and then AstraZeneca is $3-4. I don't know if it makes sense, but Yeah,
So
there's
that's
a
like
big
a whole
price
other frustration with that.
exactly. So
We're already dealing with lockdowns and all these restrictions, and now that there is the vaccine, it's like which one?
I know, and it is a little tough to get the Pfizer appointment. They're pretty much full, and let me tell you guys, if you wanna go for a Pfizer or Moderna, you have to look for the government facilities like hospitals and recreation centers. That in those places they are providing Pfizer and Moderna. And if you go to any pharmacy, they all have AstraZeneca. So if you want to make an appointment at any pharmacy, you will get AstraZeneca. Otherwise, if you go to the hospitals and the other places, the recreation centers, you will have a chance to get the Pfizer and Moderna. The two ones, yeah.
But after your first shot, you were fine.
No, I was good. Nothing happened, and they told me that you will have a little pain in your arm where you got injected. So for a couple of days. So yeah, it did. It was not so much.
And then your second is.
My second is August 1st. Right. So hopefully, if they say they get the vaccines before that, then they can maybe change the date also. But August 1st is the date at this point. So, which is, I'm good. I'm fine with that.
I'll be feeling
Do we have any other choice? No.
I mean, well, I don't know what it's going to be.
The whole world is at this point right now that they do not have any other choice but to get the vaccine.
But what about like, we do have protests here, anti-vax, of people who don't want it.
Okay.
Who believe that it's just.
There are people in the world, you cannot satisfy everyone. और कोई भी हर आदमी आपके साथ इत्तेफाक राय नहीं करेगा. There will be अच्छे से अच्छी चीज़ आप गाना देख लें. कोई गाना है कि I'm just giving an example. बहुत ही अच्छा गाना है, लोग गाया, बहुत अच्छा लोगों को पसंद है. आप देखेंगे अगर 1 लाख उसमें लाइक हैं तो उसके अंदर 5,000 डिसलाइक्स भी होते हैं.
Right.
There are people, they don't like everything, they don't like it, that's it. तो अभी बहुत बड़ा protest हुआ था I guess a couple of weeks ago in Toronto, downtown Toronto, anti-mask. I mean,
the
why?
mask and the vaccine.
I mean, why?
I think that's our opinion is why, because
it's for your own safety, I guess. I mean, if you think that this COVID is nothing, then still people say conspiracy. They talk about so many things. They say who the World Health Organization is being backed by the pharmaceutical companies,
right.
And plus our big boss, Bill Gates, is the major shareholder or major sponsor of World Health Organization, and people still believe that someone is pocketing the money.
Well, so, I think in some sense, we all think it's financial gain for government.
I don't know much about that, but
right.
Of course, you read all those things all the time. Articles आते हैं and I mean, there is something, that's why people are talking about. Otherwise, अगर कुछ भी नहीं होता, तो why people talking? I mean, doctors are talking and big scientists are talking and there are so many people are talking about that this is a conspiracy and that is why this disease or whatever brought to the world. I don't know.
And then the variants, it's a whole mess sometimes just to even talk about it. But again, that's all we have. Like pretty much that's all people are gonna talk about, because again now we're in the third wave. Which when we made a video when we were in the second wave, we thought, okay, this is gonna happen. That's what we're being told. And now it's back to kind of square one.
Yeah.
We're all the same, at home and
guys, I also want to talk about the ban on the flights from India and Pakistan. हमारे जो honorable transport minister Mr. Al Kabra उन्होंने announcement किया इंडिया के साथ साथ पाकिस्तान का भी basically कोई ratio नहीं बन रहा था, but it's okay. I mean 32-week flight and then 3 flights a week from Pakistan. There is no comparison, but I am in a favor to basically ban every single flight to come to Canada or going out of Canada.
Right.
The reason is and this should have been done long time ago. हमको strictly हमको sacrifice करके ये करना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद ही शायद कुछ हम देखेंगे कि कुछ हमें इसमें कुछ फ़ायदा हुआ है पेंडेमिक में because it's not अगर हम थोड़ा भी कर रहे हैं लोग अब जो हैं लोग direct flights बंद हुई हैं then people can come either
so they're rerouting
it.
And let me ask you this, sorry to cut you off one point. So they're rerouting. Why can't they get tested from India and Pakistan and come back?
Okay, I must tell you कि इंडिया के तो every corner पे टेस्ट वाले बैठे हुए हैं, आपको बना के दे देंगे पेपर. मतलब ये तो बड़ी सही से बात है कि they are making
fraudulent.
It looks like that's what I guess the government has found out and then that's why they're doing it. कि अगर आप किसी जो भी आपका last transit point है वहाँ से आपको टेस्ट करवाना है and get the clearance and then you come. So it means that they're not trusting India. Okay, now it comes to Pakistan. Pakistan में basically what I know, and I'm not defending anybody, but I know the airlines ने अपनी जो है वो laboratories को appoint किया हुआ है and they're taking strict measures. Of course, there's only one flight. PIA comes directly from there, and then they have strict measures of taking accepting the COVID test. और वो इस एजेंसी से इस लेबोरेटरी से होना चाहिए तभी वो करेंगे. तो I'm not too sure that पाकिस्तान में भी इतना कुछ हो रहा होगा. I don't think so, but anything is possible. But
I guess the information that you're getting is there has to be some sort of mix-up.
अभी जैसे
they need a valid, what they feel is a valid test to return back.
अब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ कनाडा ने ये बोला है ना, it means that they're not trusting India and Pakistan but any other country. But any other country is good. So अगर तुम कहीं से भी आओ और वहाँ से लेके आ जाओ test, then you're fine.
Then we kind of have to think that there has to be a reason why that specifically India and Pakistan, right? So I'm guessing or I'm assuming, which I shouldn't, but that there are fraudulent documentation.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there are. But guys, let me tell you कि अभी इत्तेहाद एयरवेज ने already एक policy निकाल दी है which we can bring the people without stopping 2 or 3 days in anywhere, and we can bring them by getting them tested at the airport. और एक घंटे में आपका result आ जाएगा.
Before
you can come to Toronto.
So before it was anyone coming to Toronto, you need to get tested at the airport and pay out of pocket for a hotel for
no
3 days,
yeah,
4 days.
Okay.
And now it's that wherever you're coming from, so you said the last point of transit, right? So they get tested there.
Then again tested here in Toronto.
But there's no hotel stays. You get your results.
No, everything is the same. Everything is the same.
The hotel part.
Okay, I know what you're trying to say. What I'm saying right now, if Abu Dhabi can do a test in 1 hour and give you the result in 1 hour,
that's exactly what I'm
saying. How
saying.
come Canada cannot do the same when the people arrive, take them couple hours at the airport and get the result and get them going?
And I think that's why people
instead of putting them 3 days in a hotel quarantine, even though the mostly tests are coming next day, they still have to pay 3 days hotel. I mean, that's gouging of their money.
And that's why people start to think
this is not
all financial gain.
Yes.
If you can get a test in an hour and come back.
Yeah.
What was that? What was this whole? You have to come back, pay out of pocket, stay 3 days. I mean, that's where the frustration comes in, right?
There are, when they depart Pakistan or India, they have to do the test.
Right.
Then when they're in the transit, then they have to do the test. And then when they arrive in Canada, then they do have the test plus the quarantine.
But there's no hotel stay.
No, there is a hotel stay.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that's still on. you have to book your hotel for 3 days before you come here, and you stay there, you pay, and then you come here. And even if you get your test result in next day, there's no refund, so you're out of your pocket that money.
So I mean, that's understandable.
And minimum hotel is for one person is $400 a night.
I think that's where the confusion starts.
Frustration
There's so
is-
much confusion in
But
this whole thing.
what I say, either ban the whole thing,
I mean, Ford could have just
or
shut
if you're
down
opening
everything.
it, then there should be some other way of
Handling it?
handling it. It's
But I
not
mean-
the right way of handling it.
If with this whole stricter measures, every time that's all we hear, more measures, stay home, only pharmacy groceries.
Yeah,
But I mean,
guys, I also want to mention about the mask. मास्क की भी इतनी किस्में हैं कि लोग जो हैं उसको सही इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एक तो बड़ा सस्ता वाला मास्क कपड़े का जो आता है, वो मास्क जो है ना, वो दैट इज द गार्बेज बेसिकली, दैट हैज़ नथिंग. अगर मेरे पास मास्क होता है यहाँ पे मैं आप लोगों को दिखा सकता था, बट लेट मी टेल यू, एक मास्क की जो है वो 3 तहें होनी चाहिए. मेक श्योर जो मास्क हैं वो 3 तहें उनकी होनी चाहिए. वो आप देख सकते हैं, अपने हाथ से खोल के भी देख सकते हैं. हाँ, 3 फोल्ड्स होने चाहिए उनके. और जो सिंगल जो एक क्लॉथ का जो कपड़े का बना के आप लगाते हैं, वो विच इज़ नॉट गुड. दूसरी चीज़ ये मेक श्योर करना है कि एक जिसमें एक आता है ना, जिसमें सर्जिकल मास्क जिसमें आता है, जिसमें ऊपर एक जो रॉड सी एक पड़ी हुई होती है उसमें, वो मेक श्योर कि वो आपने ऊपर रखना है और उसको आपने यहाँ पे दबा के आपने, अगर आपके ग्लासेस हैं तो उसके अंदर कर लेना है. और साइड से भी जो है वो आप खुला रखेंगे तो साइड से जो है वो हवा आपकी निकलती है. जो बात करते हैं उसके जो भी चीज़ें आपकी वो पैलेट जो है आपके बाहर निकलते हैं, तो उसको थोड़ा सा राउंड करके आप उसको लगाएंगे और टाइट करेंगे. और मेक श्योर करेंगे कि आप जो है फूंक मारेंगे उसके अंदर तो आपका कपड़ा जो है वो फूलेगा. अगर हवा कहीं से निकल रही होगी साइडों से तो वो नहीं फूलेगा ना, ऊपर नीचे नहीं होगा वो. मैं अगर होता मास्क तो आप लोगों को डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करके दिखा देता, लेकिन वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि लोग जो है मास्क को भी सही तरीके से पहने और उसका सही यूज़ करें और सही वाले मास्क लें आप लोग.
Right, I mean, we have to, at the end of the day, like you said, we have to, all we can do is continue to take it seriously.
Yes.
Continue to social distance, hygiene, practice good hygiene, and use the resources that are out there. We know it's frustrating, we know that it can be, it's devastating, and our well wishes are with everybody. But there are resources here. Again, if anyone wants to comment, I am a recovery coach. I know there's a lot of other places that, you know, you can reach out to and inshallah get that help that you need if you're suffering from any type of kind of anxiety and depression
yeah.
that come along with specific.
I'm sure there are a lot of helps available. आप लोग उसमें help ले सकते हैं. और बस I guess today इतना ही. And अगर आप लोगों को कोई comment करना है, कुछ भी है, तो आप हमारे इस पे comment कर सकते हैं. Please subscribe to our channel Ikhlas Haq,
And hit the like button.
the like button, and just stay safe and stay happy. Thank you very much.